There's a gnawing feeling deep inside that can't be ignored anymore. The slow, brutal truth that your personal growth is lagging behind the goals you've set for yourself. It's a quiet scream in the background of every late night, every restless morning, every moment when you're grinding but still feel stuck. That tension? It's real. It's the space between who you are today and who you know you must become to take everything you want. It's the space filled with frustration, self-doubt, and a muscle-deep ache of not moving fast enough. And this gap, this misalignment between growth and goals, is where success goes to die, unnoticed and unchallenged. Look closely. Every founder, investor, leader out there has faced this invisible wall. No matter the titles, no matter the achievements, this problem isn't about lack of talent or ambition. It's about whether the person behind those titles is evolving as quickly as their dreams demand. Goals are not just to-do lists. They're beacons demanding an entirely new version of self. If growth doesn't keep pace, no amount of hustle or strategy will bridge the gap. The system rewards output but punishes stagnation. Time doesn't wait for anyone, and comfort is the silent killer lying in the lobby of every success story's fall. Here's the brutal fact. The world has lied about what it means to grow. It sells you comfort like it's a prize, tricks you into believing steady is good enough, whispers that change is gradual and predictable, and so you settle. Settling lethally narrows your horizon. What feels like progress is often just treading water, a slow erosion of potential that one day just slips past you. Your goals don't care about your comfort zone. They demand evolution, revolution even. What really separates those who make it from those who don't isn't luck or connections. It's the relentless, purposeful reinvention of self. Growth that matches or outpaces ambition is non-negotiable. Anything less is a slow defeat. But here's why you're still glued to this video, eyes fixed, heart racing, because somewhere in you is the refusal to bend, the rage against being fenced in by the mediocre. That fire inside, it's not just a flicker, it can be a blaze. This frustration, this grinding dissatisfaction, it's the crack in your system breaking open to something bigger. It's the first sign that your personal growth system is breaking down on purpose, forcing you to rebuild on new foundations. The way forward is clear, but not easy. Growth must be intentional, radical, relentless. It must be more than reading books or listening to podcasts. It demands full recalibration of who you are, your habits, your relationships, your mindset. Here's the secret those with stagnant progress never figure out. Personal growth is not a solo climb. It's the alignment of will, environment, and relentless self-reinvention. You don't just work on yourself. You create yourself every single day with brutal honesty, fierce discipline, and refusal to settle for the version of you the world expects. That means choosing discomfort over ease, burning old beliefs that don't serve, and surrounding yourself with the few who see your fire and fuel it rather than snuff it out. You become the architect of your own evolution, choosing growth as an act of daily rebellion against the system that wants to see you comfortable and small. Start by confronting the noise in your head, the story that you need more time, more experience, more permission. Tear it down. Growth never waits. It is designed to challenge everything you think you know about yourself. Next, stop chasing growth in areas that don't matter. Time is the most ruthless currency, and scattershot effort leads to burnout, not transformation. Pinpoint the parts of your mindset, habits, and skill set that are actually holding your goals hostage. You must ruthlessly prioritize these areas for exponential improvement, not incremental tweaks, transformational leaps. This is about rewiring your brain, your daily behavior, your energy, so you don't just achieve your goals, you become the person who cannot fail at them. And don't forget who you allow in your circle. Growth is wild when supported by the right people, brutal when surrounded by those who drag you back to safe mediocrity. Seek the few who burn like you do, the rare ones who challenge you, inspire you, push you to explode limits you didn't know existed. Growth thrives where contrasts clash, where differing strengths forge new ideas, where toughness is met with understanding, but never lowered expectations. This is the ecosystem your personal growth demands, one of ruthless honesty and expensive respect. Build this, guard it fiercely, or prepare to drown in echoes of your own potential. The mistakes most make are terrifyingly obvious in hindsight. They measure growth by comfort, not impact. They confuse busy for progress. They chase belonging and approval rather than sovereignty and radical self-definition. If you recognize yourself here, it's not failure, it's awakening. This tension, the dissonance between where you are and where you want to be, is the most valuable asset in your arsenal. Lean into it. Don't flee from the pressure, don't numb it. Pressure creates diamonds, but only if you refuse to break under it. Transform that tension into actionable energy. That's what separates those who watch others pass them from those who lead the charge into new realities. And what about patience? The world screams for overnight success, but the rare are built in slow time. Personal growth is the long game, the eternal grind where every choice compounds and the quiet moments decide the loud victories. Shift your mindset to endurance, not sprinting. Embed in your daily life rituals that aren't about immediate gratification, but about embedding the qualities that get you closer to your goals in ways that last a lifetime. Real growth isn't flashy. It's invisible seed planting, relentless correcting, and quiet increasing of your capacity to handle more, create more, and be more. This is not for the many. This message is for the few who refuse to live on the margins of their own future. The few who burn rather than bend, who choose the hard path because the cheap one doesn't lead anywhere worth going. Your goals didn't come to you by accident. They are the echoes of the person you're meant to become. Growth must step up from a checkbox to a mission, from a hope to a sacred duty. Your next breakthrough hinges on it. Don't be fooled by the voices saying you're already enough, or that slow and steady wins the race. That race is asleep. Real change demands disruption in your own patterns, chaos in old identities, and unflinching willpower to dismantle everything that holds you back. There is nothing comfortable about true growth. The comfort you seek is often the cage you hide in. Your fire is suffocating under layers of false security. But imagine just for a moment, what happens if you do wake up fully? If your growth actually matches or exceeds your goals, the impossible becomes obvious. Doors that seemed closed crack open. Relationships shift from tedious time sinks to synergistic rocket fuel. Your work becomes a practice of personal meaning, untethered to old limits, yet powered by fierce, focused energy. Opportunities flood in, not because you chased them, but because you became the signal that can't be ignored. In this space, failure is temporary, fear is fuel, and comfort is the enemy. Take ownership of this tension you feel. It's not punishment, it's a compass pointing straight to transformation. Rebuild your personal growth system on truth, on radical self-honesty, on ruthless environment design, on the patience to master fundamentals, on the courage to disrupt your comfort. Align yourself with the few who will hold your fire as fiercely as you do, because this journey is too important for lone wolves or casual players. It's for those who choose sovereignty over safety, who question everything instead of blindly accepting, who transform rather than conform. This is where you live now, not in the safety of the past, not in the quiet acceptance of the system's lie, but in the burning core of who you can become. Every second you spend stuck in old patterns is a second wasted on potential that demands freedom. Let this feeling haunt you less and activate you more. Because the only real question is whether you will let your personal growth catch up before the world runs away with your dreams. The rare know the answer. They don't wait. They don't pause. They don't settle. They grow up, level up, and break every rule that stops their evolution. Be that rare one. The edge is waiting.